What's going on, guys? It's Saturn Reaper here, and this is your one-stop shop for everything Season 7, including the new POIs, the new weapon wraps, the new vehicles, and so much more. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first thing on the list here is the X4 Stormwing plane. Now this plane seats 4 passengers and a pilot, so 5 players total are possible in this plane. It also has a mounted machine gun, and it is also one of the items in the game that are able to be affected by the brand new wraps. It also has the ability to boost, similar to the quad crashers, as well as a mounted machine gun which can overheat. You can use the roll buttons for sharp turns. Pressing both will fly you upside down. Double tapping roll buttons will do a barrel roll. You can also boost and brake, as I stated before. Next up on the list are balloons. Now players can attach up to 3 balloons now, and the distance has been increased significantly. You also have the ability to shoot with balloons now, which is absolutely insane change, and it makes them so much more versatile to use in game. They also reduce the stack size from 20 to 10. When you're in midair, make sure you press A to release your balloons. Another notable change is the addition of actual damage numbers for the planes. Now it will show up as a red number for when you're hitting planes and vehicles, and obviously blue and yellow for when you're hitting enemies, as well as white. Next on our list here are the vaulted weapons. First on the list is the Shadow Stones, Portaforts, Chillers, Clingers, Double Barrel Shotgun, and shockwave grenades have all left the game and have been put into playground mode as a usable item, however, are no longer in the Battle Royale. Our next major thing here are the 3 new locations on the map. So we have Polar Peak, which is an ice castle on top of an even bigger iceberg. Then we also have Frosty Flights, which is an airplane hangar slung with zip lines for you to use, as well as multiple places to get loot. And then last on the list here is Happy Hamlet, which is clearly like a Santa's Workshop village-esque place filled with loot, again in very tight corners, tight areas. Along with the invasion of Season 7 came zip lines. Now zip lines are literally all across the map as a usable item for you to get around. Now they help so much with mobility. I have used them a lot to get around the map, and they also leave you very vulnerable. There is some trade to the effect of using them. You also are able to jump to turn back and forth each side, and you will not redeploy when using zip lines, so be very careful on the edges. Another notable change here is the new iced areas. Now when you step on these iced areas, you will begin to slide. Now this is a better effect than chillers are, as chillers lasted much longer and it feels like they were a little bit slower, as well as more of a hindrance, as these ice areas are more so for fun and more so for travel, and very useful overall. Along with all of these changes, we also have changes for our user interface, and if we go in-game to our locker, we could see that obviously wraps have been added to the game as a section where you can add them to your vehicles as well as the weapons in-game, but also a change to how we filter out our dances and emotes and everything else. So if we head on over here, you can see there is now a section for all, there is a section for new items, there is a section for your favorites, there is a section for your dances in general, there's a section for the emotes, and then there is a section for your sprays, and lastly for the throwable items in game. So that is almost everything that we have here. If we scroll on over to the challenge section, I personally don't have any challenges, but if you do have remaining challenges from last season, they will be at the bottom now and not taking up the top section for new challenges. And that is it for all the notable changes, things that you would notice in game in terms of patch notes, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please let me know if you enjoyed this style of patch notes. I really want to put in a little bit more effort than just reading them off from the screen and obviously not having the ability to show you guys these things in game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, sub up, share around, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.